Good morning, Facebook world. How are you today? Please say hello when you come on. I am live from a completely different location today, but I did not want to miss you guys. So I have taken a break from what's going on, and I'll explain that in a second, but I just wanted to be here for you guys. 9 o'clock, it's Friday morning, and I look forward to it just as much as you guys do. So my name is Tracy, and I am from Tracy's Fancy, and we meet here every single Friday morning for Fancy Food Friday, where we discuss clean eating and healthy living and making good choices. And good morning Terry, hi, and Laura and Christine, good morning to you guys. Yay. Good morning Denise. Hi everyone. It's me under this ball cap, I promise. I know the lighting's really bad this morning, but I'm here. I'm in my car. Kareen, hello. I think this is better, Kind of filters it a little bit. Hi, you guys. How are y'all? How has your week been? We've had a really eventful week this week. Good morning, Elizabeth. Hi. I wish I could take my hat off. This is so not professional, but you don't want to see what's going on under here. I had to get up at 5 o'clock this morning, and I babysat a grand until I got home a little before midnight last night, and I had to get up at 5 this morning to go pick up my mom. So this is the best we get. So welcome, y'all. Welcome. I might have to eat my, I've got my breakfast here with me. I've got my banana, and I do have my coffee. How about you guys? How about y'all? I wish y'all could see my, let me explain where I am. I am at a hospital here in San Antonio. I'm in the parking lot. I'm at North Central Baptist Hospital, which actually, most of you know, thank you, Denise, that I was an RN for about 10 years, and I worked at the pediatric intensive care unit right here at this hospital, as a matter of fact. So I've been in this parking lot on my way into work, on my way out of work, many times over the years. So anyway, I'm currently in the parking lot of the hospital because my mother, Jane, is having, Nini, as we all refer to her, is having a procedure done this morning. She's had several doctor appointments this week. Y'all know that she has chronic illnesses times 100, which is part of my why. Crane said her crazy husband has a staph infection. That sucks. That's like, good morning, Sue. Good morning, honey. Anyway, my mom is just very ill, and that's part of my why. And I'm going to kind of do a little re-intro of myself today because I thought that might be something good to talk about. And I also, I'm going to talk about doing a private Facebook group with you guys because I'd like to explain what she's having done this morning, but it's kind of private, but I don't think she'd care. But we are on all out Facebook here. You know that we are on, we're on Facebook Live, and you guys, I would love it if you guys would like this video and would share this video, because I do think that I think I'm considering going ahead and shifting us over to a private Facebook group, which I know a lot of you have talked about. And in the business world, from a Facebook standpoint, which is not why I do this. I don't do this to make any money at all right here with this group. I don't see this as my business. My business is Tracy's Fancy and my courses that I teach and my furniture that I paint. And this, good morning, Lachelle and Nancy. Good morning. I saw a comment, Nancy, in the AIP elimination group on Facebook. I saw you commenting on there this morning, and I looked at that. You were giving some recommendations for a higher calorie count for someone who has lost too much weight on the AIP. Which you're always so full of good information. I'm so impressed by your comments, and I love seeing them over there. Anyway, I think that we reach more people by staying in regular Facebook, but I do feel like sometimes if we want to share, that it would feel more comfortable to y'all, and maybe even when I want to talk about someone else in my family, to share that information if we were in a private group where people are specifically there for food and for healthy living. So, hi, Tina. Good morning. And Sue, I would love to make those bananas. Thank you for sharing that recipe with me. Excuse me. I'm not sick. I just need a little sip. Hold on. So in the Facebook world where you make money, they highly recommend not doing private Facebook groups unless they are paying to be there and unless they are paying for your time. And I'm really not ready to do that with this group, but I do think that I might like to try it out. So would y'all let me know how you feel about that? All that it means is that I would set up this group and then you would go there and ask to join that group. And then that's just where we would meet. We would meet there privately I run other private Facebook groups, but they're for my painting business. So it would just mean that we go there specifically instead of just to Tracey's fancy open Facebook for everyone. But I can see when you guys share, will y'all just hit the share button? Because if there's anyone who might be interested in some of the things that we talk about and the encouragement that we give each other, I'd like to capture those people before we shift over to a private group. So y'all let me know. Marlis, I see you on here. I can see your picture up there. I don't think you've said good morning. If you did, sorry I missed it. Good morning to you. And there's Chrissy. I just saw her pretty face pop up. Good morning to y'all. Good morning. Good morning. So let me, most of you know me on here, but when you share, just hit that share button, guys. I'm pushing shares big time this morning. Good morning, Connie. Let me just say that my name is Tracey, and good morning, Quita. Hi, honey. How are you doing? How are you doing this week? Good to see you. I am a furniture painter and have been for about 10 years in a business world on Facebook. That has been my passion forever, besides just being a family mom, a mom and a grandma. And I got really sick this past October. I'd been sick off and on and got really sick this past October and was diagnosed with autoimmune hepatitis. And I decided to take control, not just from the modern medicine world where I would load myself up with, follow the doctor's orders and load myself up with steroids for months and months, but I also decided to take control of my own lifestyle and my choices that I make. And I took on what's called the Autoimmune protocol way of life. And that is the way I eat, which basically just means I eat all natural foods, all whole foods, no processed foods. I eat mostly from the produce section of the grocery store. I do eat protein every single day. I'm not a vegan. I am not a vegetarian. I do eat protein every single day, whether it's just a couple of cups of bone broth or wild caught salmon or grass-fed beef, really good, healthy, no antibiotic type beef and chicken. I do eat those every single day, but mostly I eat fruits and vegetables every single day. The reason I do that is not just because I got sick. I have been concerned for a really long time because I come from a line of women, strong women in my family, strong personalities, strong go-getters, hard workers, but maybe not women who have taken really good care of themselves in my family. And definitely not, I don't know of anyone other than my sister who has paid attention to the way they eat. And so I decided to start that. And I started this past December. And starting from last April, I made some changes. And then in December, I made the huge changes. So in a year and 3 months, I've lost 75 pounds. And I have completely changed my blood chemistry, my blood levels that were drawn constantly while I went through this autoimmune process while we are trying to heal my liver. We've watched everything sorry, the light's shifting in and out. We've watched everything completely change as far as my blood work goes, from horrible cholesterol, horrible electrolyte levels, horrible low on vitamins, it was ugly. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't anything that I was proud of at all. It was a little eye-opening to completely perfect, and I'm not kidding you guys, perfect blood levels. Everything's perfect. So I was the perfect candidate to try it. It wasn't going to be based on a hair sample. It wasn't going to be based on a breath test. It wasn't going to be based on how I feel. Which I'm all about having all those things done, but literally having my blood drawn regularly, like every week, every 2 weeks, and watching the changes take place. Good morning, Michelle. Hi, honey. So I am really, really happy about that and really excited about it, and so happy that you guys started with me from the very beginning. And it just goes to show that we really are as simple as we are what we eat. Why did I start it? Because I got really, really sick. Why do I share it? Because I really hope that I can get through to some of you, and some of you I know I already have, and I know that you're listening. Good morning, Mia. I'm glad that you're here. But I really wanted to grab you guys before you got really, really sick too. There's no reason to wait until we are super sick before we try to make these changes, okay? Because it is so important. And I know that in my family, like we're here right here today with my mom, and I'm gonna share with you why she's here and what we're having to have done. And I know that if what she ate, if her diet were different, that we would be on a better path. And she was supposed to move in with me a couple of months back, but she has been, thank you, Ruth, for sharing. Thank you so much. She's been too sick to even come in with me. And there's a reason for that. My mom has C. diff. C. diff, has anyone had C. diff? Has anyone experienced this with a family member? Do you even know what it is? Give me some hearts, give me some love. Let me know that you hear me. If you don't know what it is, I'm gonna just give you a quick little synopsis. C. diff is an antibiotic resistant bacteria. So it's a superbug that y'all have heard of. You've heard of staph, you've heard of, we all hear of staph, or MRSA, which is methicillin system, something resistant to antibiotics. Yay, I'm so glad to see that. Yeah, Lachelle, you got it in the hospital. Yes, so my mom did too. So my mom has been really, really sick, and she ended up septic a few months back and ended up with a really bad abscess in her kidney from a long-standing UTI, kidney infection. She ended up septic. She ended up in the hospital for weeks. I think she was in the hospital for over a month. And thank you, Mia. I'm so glad. I'm so glad to see that. And I'm so glad that you stumbled across my video. And see, that makes me hesitate to go private. So I'm not real sure, but it's kind of what I'm thinking I'm going to do, because I want to talk about things like this. Anyway, my mom ended up very sick. She was in the hospital. Well, she ended up contracting C. diff. So it is rampant in our hospitals. It is a bug that lives in your colon, and it is a bacteria that lives in your colon and does not respond well to any antibiotics. Sometimes you can take a big round of a super strong antibiotic and get rid of it. But if you are chronically ill, like my mom, she is very susceptible to infections because she has a really weakened immune system from being diabetic and a long history of just chronic illnesses and tons of antibiotics in her gut. Her gut biome is completely destroyed. I have no doubt that she has leaky gut. And so she got C. diff. Well, it was not treatable by antibiotic. They tried that. So she ended up having to have a fecal transplant. Have y'all heard of fecal transplants? Poop transplant. It's a poop transplant, people. That's what it is. Her gut is so sick that she needs to be completely cleaned out, and she has transplanted. We've already done one. Today is number 2. She has had someone else's cleaned out fecal matter, their poops. You go through, just like when people donate blood, they donate bone marrow, they donate plasma, they donate, did y'all know that they donate stool? They donate their stool. I have to laugh about it. I'm sorry. It's poop. It's uncomfortable to talk about. It's uncomfortable to talk about. And I know it sounds awful, but it is actually an amazing procedure that works for many, many people the first time around. Unfortunately, it did not work for my mom the first time around. So, yeah, Mia. Yeah, Ellen. Yeah, Chrissy. I had a feeling that y'all might not know about this. So, these people thank God for these people with good, healthy guts. These people they go through a high screening process. It's not a whole lot of people that have a great gut anymore because of this society that we live in and I'm sorry, but the shit that we eat, excuse me, I don't cuss on here. I know I dropped a few bombs last week, but seriously, we eat crap and, our guts are destroyed and people end up like my mom, but there are people that have healthy guts. And so they donate the poop. They go through this big screening process. The poop is washed and washed and washed and washed until it's down to just the healthy bacteria in this liquid. So my mom has to do this clean out. She goes through it's put in through a colonoscopy. I am like really whitewashed now. Can y'all see me very well? I wish y'all could see my phone. My phone is strapped to my rearview mirror with my power charging cord because I do not do lives in my car ever. So I don't have like some fancy device. So here we are. This is it in the raw. So she had a fecal transplant done. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe 5 weeks ago. She felt instantly better, and they told her that would happen. So you go in, you have a colonoscopy, and they literally, after they've cleaned you out for 24 hours, she has the colonoscopy done, and they feed it through the colonoscopy tube up into her colon, way up into her colon, and they fill her with this fecal, cleaned out, healthy fecal matter. And they told her she'd feel instantly better, and she did. Within 24 hours, she was like a new woman. She was like, oh my gosh, I feel so much better. She's been so miserable with chronic diarrhea, horrible colitis. That's what you end up with. You have colitis. C. diff causes a really severe case of colitis, which is miserable. So anyway, that lasted for a couple of weeks. She was feeling so much better. But then y'all know that Tommy got sick. Her husband got sick. And he ended up back in the hospital, and she didn't go his first round. Then he came home, and then he came home with bilateral pneumonia, and he went back in. Then he had the heart attack, and then he never left. He passed away. So she couldn't stay away from the hospital. She had to go back in, even though she knew she was susceptible. I don't believe that she picked C. diff back up in the hospital, but I do believe that it just, the stress and her immune system, that it just allowed, there was just enough C. diff of her still in her gut. And the point is, you put the good bacteria, the people with the good fecal matter have a lot of good bacteria because we all hold good bacteria in our gut. That good bacteria is supposed to take over what's the bad bacteria that's in the gut. It's supposed to sort of wash it out and get rid of it. Well, that didn't happen. So she ended up getting C. diff again, and the symptoms this time came back horrible, like diarrhea, but that wasn't even the worst part. That was the worst part the first time. They came back this time with severe colitis, like distension and pain, and she can't get any sleep around the clock. She was this way the whole time Tommy was passing, and this whole time she hasn't even really been able to grieve him because she's been so absorbed in her own misery. And so this gas that she has is horrible. I've been with her all week, and y'all know that I had the autoimmune suppressive therapy with my steroids, and so we've been super careful to not be around each other, which is why she ended up not moving in with me, because it's so contagious to people who are weakened. But I don't feel that my system's weakened. I feel like my system is so super strong from my diet changes that we're okay to be together. But listening to her belch, it is this did y'all watch my Instagram feed yesterday? It's still there. My Instagram stories are still there. If y'all follow me on Instagram, and if you don't, make sure you go watch my stories. Okay, so I think you really they're funny. They're cute. It's her yesterday in the doctor's office, miserable. You can see how miserable she is, but she still, if you can get through to her, she still has the best sense of humor. And I just want y'all to go over to Instagram, Tracey's Fancy, follow me and watch my Instagram stories, and you will see her still being her adorable, funny self, even though she's miserable. But you see her belching. I mean, she just belches nonstop because the bad bacteria, the C. diff that's in her stomach, as it feeds on her gut and the the foods and the sugars in her gut, as it feeds on that, it produces toxins. It emits toxins, like almost like we poop. It poops, but it poops toxins, and it makes her so sick, and the toxins just blow up and make her have all this gas. It's just awful. It's really awful. So I know we've talked a lot about it in depth and in detail, but that's what she's having done right now. It should be in the procedure. I left her about 10 minutes before it was going to start, and I told her I loved her, and I told her I was going to go out to my car because she knew I had to meet with y'all. She usually watches every single Friday. So she was like, you got your live, you need to go do your live. And I'm like, I'm going out to the car and I'm going to do my live, and I'm going to talk about what's going on, because I mean, it's so important. It's so important. Listen, you guys didn't even know this was out there. It's rampant in our country. It's rampant in our hospitals. It really is. It's C. diff. I don't know. Her GI doc told us yesterday that you really have to work hard to get C. diff, but I think he's talking about the average American. But any compromised American with diabetes or Crohn's disease or colitis or any of these gut diseases that are going on, and you spend any time in a hospital, it's just, I'm sorry, but you are just running the risk. So yeah, you can Google it. So yeah, she's having a poop transplant. She's getting some new poop. We're very thankful for the people who are kind enough to donate their good poop. I can't imagine they literally deposit it into little bags and take it and deliver it, and they clean it. And there's huge, labs that take care of this and clean it out. And the light really changed. I don't know how that happened, but anyway. So that's that. That's all about that. And I'm sorry, once I get to talking, I cannot keep up with y'all's comments, and I definitely have to go back and watch those later. So, anyway, so hopefully it'll take this time. I know that regardless, she's going to come out feeling better, and she'll get at least a few days of relief. And we are going to pray to God that it takes this time. She won't have to go on any more antibiotics for a couple weeks. We don't want her on any antibiotics, because those are going to go in and kill out the good bacteria in our gut, because that's what antibiotics do to our gut. So we're hoping that she will be antibiotic free for a while now, and that this is going to make her feel a lot better. They can do this process again, but once they've had to do it 3 or 4 times, they have to just say it's not working for her. And in the long run, if things don't go well, they will recommend taking out her colon, or taking out large portion of her colon. And we really, really want to avoid that. So we are going to pray that this takes hold this time. And so yeah, I'm seeing some comments on here. So thank you all for listening. I hope that y'all found that educational somewhat. At least it'll stimulate your brain. I don't have all the, the medical aspects I don't know all the medical terminology, but at least it'll stimulate you to Google it, look it up, educate yourself on it a little bit, and to eat better and make better choices, and help encourage those of you around us, especially your parents who are older, to supply them with good foods so that they can make good choices. And our goal is for her to have this procedure done, and for her to start completely whole in her gut right now, with some probiotics and some really good healthy foods from here on out. And yeah, we do, Kareem, we want to get her on AIP now. We still aren't going to have her move in with us. Now that she is alone at home, we can just get her the groceries, and she doesn't have any excuses. She really doesn't have any excuses after this. She's eager to do it too. So, another good test. I was a good test for one good process, you guys. And hey, I wanted to tell y'all that a good friend of mine, my very best friend, sent me a photo yesterday of someone that's very close to her that is on 40 milligrams of steroids every day, and has been for months, just like I was. Same dose, same medication, and she is unrecognizable. Her face, bless her heart, she has got moon face, so terrible, so bad. Her eyeballs are like little tiny slits in her face. Her entire face is just so huge. And I know this person. I knew her before, I know what she looked like before, and she really is unrecognizable. And I thank God that I did not have that reaction to the steroids. And I don't know for sure, but I really believe, you guys, that it was my diet that kept me from getting like that. I really, really do. And I'm going to be real honest with you. I saw Nancy. Nancy is on here. She popped on the minute. I don't know if she's still here. But we are part of an auto-elimination group, Autoimmune Protocol Elimination Facebook group, another Facebook group. And I always forget what Nancy's background is. I don't know if she's a dietitian or a nutritionist, but she's super educated in this field. And there was someone on there saying that they'd lost too much weight on the autoimmune protocol and they were having trouble gaining it back. And I was very, very happy with my weight loss. However, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I weighed for the first time in a few weeks since I got off the steroids. I haven't weighed. And I have lost 10 pounds in a month. So I am like, whoa. That's getting to be too much. But I have a feeling through this entire process, I've never lost, in my life, guys, I've never lost 10 pounds in a month. So I'm telling you that because it concerns me, but I do believe that it's because I'm off my steroids now for 5 weeks. I'm 5 weeks steroid free. So I do believe that my body is letting go of what I do think I was holding on to some steroid weight, even though most people couldn't see it because my diet was so clean and pure. I don't think you could see the steroid weight, but obviously I was holding it. It's just a given. Steroids that high, that much steroids for that long, 8 months, is going to make you gain a little bit of steroid weight. So for me, I didn't gain it, but I was holding on to it. So now that I'm off, I've dropped like a rapid 10 pounds, and I believe it is that. But that is I don't want to go any lower at all. So I am really, really, oh, Michelle, good question. Thank you for asking. I really do. I'm really, really amping up my fats. I'm eating more sweet potatoes, more avocados, making sure I get my 2 servings of protein in a day. And then almonds. Thank you, Michelle. Corrine also checked on me about my almond intake last Friday. I had my little boohoo session that came out of nowhere last Friday. And Michelle's asking about it now. My almond reintroduction, I'm not sure. Remember I told you my nightshades reintroduction was blatantly obvious. No nightshades for Tracey. No nightshades for Tracey. Where is that light coming from? Whew, we need to stop that. Yeah, no nightshades. Almond, I'm not sure. So this is my plan. This is what happened. I ate the almond and it was so good, and I cried and had all these emotions come up. Not because I ate the almond, just the whole process. This whole process that I always say I'm so thankful for it. It was such a blessing, but it's been tough. It's been tough. That's just as honest as I can get. It really has been tough, but I've had so much growth come from it. So I am so thankful for it. I ate the almond. I waited a few hours. I ate another one. It was so good. Didn't feel anything while I was eating the almond. But you don't expect your reintroductions. You can have lots of responses with that. So because I am so clean and so pure, I can pay attention to the least little thing, because there's nothing, I haven't had a drop of sugar hit my mouth in what, April, May, June, July, like 15 months at all. Nothing, no processed foods in 8 months, none at all. So I can really pay attention. Well, what happened was I went to bed that night. When I woke up the next morning, I had the worst sinus pressure on the left side of my face. So it was all around this eye, all around here, just intense sinus pressure. So much so that to chew my vegetables for breakfast hurt my teeth. My whole side it was like dead on one side of my face. Dead on, my teeth hurt, all from my sinus cavities being full of just, I guess, fluid or inflammation in my sinus cavities that was giving me eyeball pain, teeth pain, and headache. So that was, I ate the almond on Friday. That was Saturday and Sunday for 2 straight days for 48 hours. Intense, like, oh my gosh, I couldn't even chew on that side of my mouth. So I was like, I don't get sinus pressure ever. I mean, I haven't had allergies since like the winter, like when we were dealing with like seasonal allergies. I haven't had that kind of sinus pressure. Even when I talk to y'all and I have like a nasal drip going on, which by the way has been months, I never had pressure from it. I just had like a drippy nose, you know, but like a watery drippy nose, but I never had that kind of pressure. So I was like, wow, either am I fighting a cold, or is this because I'm having like a food allergy that's affecting my sinus cavities? Like a histamine response, like histamine, I don't know. I'm not sure. So I decided that was a little too obvious, but I really want nuts so bad that I'm going to give it a little second chance, because Harlow, my granddaughter, who I have see almost every day, and my daughter Haley had gone to the ranch that weekend, and she called me or texted me from the ranch and said that her and Harlow both had scratchy throats, and they were both taking Benadryl because they had some sinus issues going on in a scratchy throat, sinus drainage. So I was like, okay, maybe I have what they have. I didn't have a scratchy throat, but maybe I have what they have. So theirs only lasted through the weekend like mine. So what I'm going to do is I wanted to give it a full week, which will be today. So I'm going to reintroduce almonds again this weekend. I feel great. I have nothing at all going on. So I'm going to reintroduce almonds. I'm going to have another almond tomorrow, and we'll see how it goes, and I'll let you guys know. So I just don't know if that was that obvious, so I'll let y'all know. But that's that reintroduction I decided to lay off. And I'll keep you posted on that. So thank y'all for asking about that. Mia's saying she doesn't know if she needs autoimmune protocol diet, but I do need dietary changes. Cut out processed and in the ends. I think she's probably going to say carbs. I'm not sure. And yes, I tell everyone on here all the time, you do not need to have you may not need to have diet changes because of autoimmune issues. However, I do think many of us have those going on. But carbs and sugars, I'm going information like crazy to feel better. Good. More like a keto diet. I love nightshades, so that's concerned me for the last week's video. Yes. You know, I think, why not for 30 days, y'all? Why not for 30 days? Cut all these things out that I've talked to y'all about. Why not? It's only 30 days. Do it for 30 days and see how you feel. I usually tell people on here, do it for a week and see how you feel. Cut out those obvious ones. The dairy, the eggs, the nuts, the nightshades. Cut those, the sugars. Cut those things out. Cut them out for a week. I bet you feel better. I bet you do. Start pounding the water. Eat lots of vegetables. And then at a week, if you're feeling fantastic, try it another week. Do that 4 times. See if you can get to 30 days. I'm not at home today, so I don't have my count, but I know I'm I think I'm close to 240 days, I think. Lachelle, nightshades are tomatoes, unfortunately, and peppers. All peppers, like cayenne peppers, regular black pepper, bell peppers. Those are nightshades. So, good morning, Bobby, and good morning, Liz. Just try it, y'all. If you haven't tried it, just try it. I want you to try it. I want you to see how it feels. I'm not crazy. I'm not some fanatic. That's all, I'm not. I was your normal, average Joe Blow girl who went on diets, went off of diets, went on diets, went off of diets, ran, didn't run, took diet pills at different points in my life, did the Atkins diet, ate Atkins bars every day, drank Diet Cokes. I did all of that. I did all those things. Things worked for a little bit, and then they didn't work, and they weren't healthy. And no matter what, I'd go get my yearly physical, and it was crap. It was crap. They'd say, oh, your weight's fine, but your cholesterol's horrible, or, well, your cholesterol's bad and you're severely overweight. It was, wherever I was in my life cycle. So, I don't think this is another life cycle for me. I don't think this is another diet pill phase or another Atkins diet phase or another exercise phase. I don't think that's that. I don't think it's that for me. I'm almost 9 months in, and nothing has been this drastic for me. Nothing's made me feel this good outside, inside, and my blood work looks great, and my physical is absolute perfection, except for the fact that I have a trash liver. Okay, so I have a trash liver. There's not anything I can do about that except try to stop trashing it anymore. Try to help my autoimmune system settle the heck down so it'll leave my liver alone and feed my liver wonderful things so that it can possibly regenerate a little bit. And I won't know that. I won't know that until December of next year, that far away before I'm even going to know. Maybe if they're lucky, maybe if I'm lucky, they'll do it in June. Maybe before I have a second biopsy. So I won't even know. So I'm not even just doing it for my liver anymore. I'm just doing it for how freaking wonderful I feel. And I just want you to try it because I'm just a real person telling you that. I don't want a poop transplant ever in my life. I don't. If I have to have one, I'll be thankful that I can. But I don't want one. I don't. My mom doesn't want one. She doesn't want to feel like crap. I don't want the girls in my family to feel like crap. My daughter, she's doing so well. My oldest daughter, she's the only thing that she could cut out in her life that would be better was if she could give up her Diet Coke and whiskey. But she's 28 and she's just not going to give that up unless she's pregnant. She's in that realm of her life. I'll cut it out if I'm pregnant. But she runs 2 miles at a time. She eats vegetables and smoothies and drinks her green juice, and she's following by example. I don't think she'd be doing it if I wasn't doing it. I just don't. And I just want her to do that. I love watching my grandbabies eat healthy. I babysat last night until midnight at my son's house, and I opened the freezer. I brought my own frozen bananas and to eat there for snacks, and I opened the freezer to put them in there, and what was their freezer full of? Frozen bananas and frozen strawberries for Elise, my daughter-in-law, for her to put in her smoothies. I was like, yes, and Elise looks good. She's not killing herself to make changes, but she's making changes. And that's my family, and that's the example that's going to be set for Kenzie, my granddaughter, and Haley's setting the example for Harla, my granddaughter, and Brody and Tiffany and Abilene, they're doing the same thing. Start with yourself, guys, and then let it grow with those around you. Share with those around you, your family and your friends. And then, if you're lucky enough, like I am, to have a platform like this, to have a following of 15,000 people, 17,000 people that follow my Facebook page, how lucky am I to have that, where I can get on here and speak like this and people listen. I just pray that they do and that they do it. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. When you say trash liver, what does that say? Is that like fatty liver? My blood counts for liver are high. I do not have, I don't have fatty liver. I actually have autoimmune hepatitis. So hepatitis means unaffected liver. It means an inflamed liver. It means a pissed off liver. But it's my immune system has attacked it, has gone in and destroyed cells in my liver, just destroyed it. A fatty liver is not good either. That means that your liver is sick and that your liver is not healthy and that you need to eat better. Definitely need to eat better. You need to change your diet. Fatty liver, 100% you need to change your diet. And you definitely have an opportunity for your liver to clean out and to regenerate itself. I don't necessarily have an opportunity so much for it to regenerate itself. I believe in miracles, absolutely, because God is my savior and my maker. And if that's what he chooses to do for my liver, then that's all, I am all his. But medically, from the medical world, they're saying there is a chance that some of it can regenerate. But I have so much scar tissue that it's probably never going to look real pretty again. With my husband's dementia, Linda, I grab the nearest thing sometimes. Linda, girl, dementia, yes, I can't imagine. My father-in-law has dementia, and my mother-in-law, it's not my husband's mom. She passed away, but it's his stepmom, and they've been married for like 25 years. And she is with him all the time. We do have a caretaker that comes in 4 hours a day. What are they called? Visiting angels. Comes in 4 hours a day from 12 to 4 every day to help. My father-in-law does have dementia. And that's exhausting. It's exhausting. My dad passed away from dementia a couple years ago, and I was in charge of his care for the last 6 months of his life here in San Antonio. And that was exhausting. And I wasn't even, he lived with me for a couple of months, but that was exhausting. And so Linda, I do know what you are doing and what you're going through. And you are going to have to be so proactive, Linda, because you said you grab the nearest thing. So you already know that. At least you're aware that that's what you do. And I know, Linda, that you're completely aware of what you need to do. So you have to be so completely proactive for those days ahead. I know you say it's not that far gone yet, but you've got some warning time, and you really need to get that full-blown whole lifestyle in play so that it's just second nature, so that when you're grabbing whatever's nearest is going to be the things you're supposed to be grabbing, because you've got to take good care of yourself, because you know what's ahead of you probably. Sweet tea's on. And Lonnie, you're on too. Hello, good morning. Wow, I got all preachy this morning. Preachy. So anyway, I don't know how long I've been on, because y'all know I never wear a watch. I don't even have my wedding ring on today. I left so early this morning, I didn't even bring that. And this light is intense. I'm sorry about that. It looks like I'm just a ghost with a white hat and some big old eyeballs. Oh, baby girl. So my youngest daughter, Zadie. Hi, Zadie. Zadie is at, my husband had to go to work, so he dropped her off at my oldest daughter, Haley's house. And Zadie is on Haley's phone watching me this morning. Hi, sunshine. Zadie's always in the house when I'm doing live, so she sees me do it or hears me doing it. Y'all, thank you for saying hi to Zadie. So how funny she's watching me on here. Good morning, sunshine. Nini's doing great this morning. She was in a lot of pain. She's very ready to have her procedure done, Zadie. And we talked about poop this morning. So thank you, Ellen. Ellen says I've been on here for 41 minutes. So anyway, I've left her in the hospital, Zadie, and I'm out in my car doing my live video, and I'm gonna have my banana here in just a minute for breakfast. So Zadie's got a big weekend, don't you, Zadie? Zadie has a friend picking her up at 2. She's almost 12. I don't know if we're supposed to call it play dates anymore. But anyway, she has a friend. Her friend Blakely is picking her up at 2:30 today, and she's spending the night with her tonight. And Matt and I are going to go see a movie. We're having a movie date tonight. Zadie, Daddy and I are going to go to a movie tonight. Zadie, you didn't sleep well last night. You woke us up a couple times. You're having trouble sleeping, honey. Zadie and her sleep. Woof. Woof da. And then Zadie's got a birthday party, slumber party tomorrow night too. You know what, Teresa? The movies are weird right now. Matt got on to get us tickets last night. He was like, "Babe, the movies are really weird right now." There's a movie about a whale or a shark, megadon, mega something, a shark. He's like, "Do you want to see a movie about a shark?" I was like, "Not really." And then he said there's a movie about where some girls, a true story, a group of girls killed another young teenage girl because Slim Man or Skinny Man or someone online told them to do it. I don't even know what that was about. I was like, no, thank you. There's a bunch of kid movies out. Michelle's saying it's the new Jaws. Don't know what that is. Don't want to go see that. Anyone have any recommendations? So Blake and Elise went to see some movie last night. It's a comedy, and it's got Mila, what's her name? Mila something. The real pretty brunette who's married to Ashton Kutcher. Mamma Mia 2, I would love to go see, Teresa, but if I took Matt to see Mamma Mia 2, he would be so angry with me. I can't. I love Mamma Mia, but that's something Haley and Zadie and I need to go see together. Oh, we saw Christopher Robin. We've already seen it. It was I loved it. Matt said it was depressing. Mila Kunis, yes, Mila Kunis is in some comedy right now. Her and another girl, and it's supposed to be a comedy. So Blake and Elise saw it last night. They said it was funny. They didn't think it was great, but they said they got good laughs out of it. It was just a good comic relief movie. So I think that we might go see that. Oh, Mission Impossible movie. Is that supposed to be good? The Slim Man story is a true story, Nancy, and that's what Matt told me. And I don't know anything about that, and I don't know that I want to know anything about it, and I just don't think I want to go see it. I hate stories like that. I hate it, especially because I have a 12-year-old right now. You know, I thought I'd raised all my kids, and I was like, whew, got through that. They're all turned out okay, you know. Anyway, we have precious Zadie, and we're raising her now in this society that is so different from how I raised my other kids. And yes, comic relief after a poop transplant is a must. So I think we might go see that. I heard Skyscraper is great. What is Skyscraper about, Connie? Is that good? What's it about? Is that true? Yes, it's true and horrible. You saw it on Dateline? Yeah, don't want to see it. Yeah, Christopher Robin. Matt and I took Zadie to see Christopher. Zadie and I loved it. Zadie and I really enjoyed it. Matt said it was depressing, that it really brought to life like dads and how dads miss out on so much because they have the stress and the pressure of working, and I don't know. Matt thought it was depressing. Did I get my hair colored? Corrine, I did not. This is my bleached short hair, because y'all know I let Zadie cut all my hair off. It's very dry, and that's it. My ponytail consists of about 20 hairs at the most, little bitty. I think it's about as big as my finger, and it's okay. Look, this is really ugly, but I'm gonna show you. It's so dark. It's really dark. Can y'all see how dark it is? It's like, that's my natural color. I don't really have any gray yet. I'm 53. I don't have much gray. It's just a super dishwater blonde and super thin. So I've had on. Someone said it was an action movie. It's with The Rock. Oh, I love The Rock. Woo, I love me some Dwayne. Love me some Dwayne. Okay, well, I'll see Mamma Mia with Zadie, Haley and Zadie, and we'll go see Mamma Mia. Almost 50 and full of gray. You know, Donna Dotson, she's got gorgeous gray hair. I love it. Nothing wrong with gray. My mom, she's in there. She doesn't have hair color on anymore. If y'all go watch my Instagram stories, please. It's so cute because it's so her. It's so her. Yeah, she tries to highlight and make it gray too, but she's been so sick we haven't even bothered with it. Hers is gray. She came with a little ponytail in her hair too. Yeah, The Rock rocks. So anyway, yeah, we have a movie date. Maybe we actually could go Friday and Saturday night, but I have my last painting course for my summer series is this coming Wednesday, and I have not even started prepping my piece for my course on Wednesday, y'all. So I've got to get my piece prepped over the weekend. You have to like musicals. I love musicals. Yeah, Connie, Connie, surely you didn't take Keith to see that, right? You have two many more gray hairs. My kids don't like it. They said they make me get it covered. Gonna ask you if Nene did it. Yeah, Nene is still doing the CBD oil. My niece told me I need to order her another round of CBD oil. She thinks it helps a little bit. She does, not miraculously, but she does think that it helps a little bit. You went with the girls from work. Yeah, I can't imagine Keith would want to go see Mamma Mia. So yeah, I'll tell him about Skyscraper. So we'll either see that one. I think we'll either see Skyscraper or we'll go see no one ever did y'all put up the name for the Mia, oh my gosh, I'm getting the shakes. What is her name? Mila, whatever y'all said it was. Kunis? Is that it? That's like Kunas. Kunis, is that her name? I'm starving. I hate being hungry. I never am hungry. I'm hungry. All right, well, I'll look back on here later and see if you guys posted some movies. Y'all give me your input about how you feel about a private Facebook group. I just felt kind of funny talking about her poop transplant this morning on the broad Facebook. Mila Kunis. So y'all let me know. I don't know. I can't decide. But if you think someone needs to know about a poop transplant, push share. Just push share. That's all you have to do. You don't have to say anything. Just push share. That's all you have to do. The Spy Who Dumped Me. Yes. Anyone seen it? Connie, did you see that? Blake and Elise thought it was cute, so I think we may go see it. I'll let Matt decide. So, yeah, Connie, I have got to get my piece prepped for my Wednesday's course. Maybe I can work in 2 movies. We'll see. It's like 2 nights in a row. Zadie's going to be gone. I mean, we love that baby girl to death. But she is a true only child at home. Like, everything revolves around Zadie. So I tell her that sometimes. I'm like, honey, sometimes mom and daddy have to, be mom and daddy. Because she's a 4th child, but she is an only child for sure. She's such a good aunt, though. She's the world's best aunt. She really is. She's so good to the grandbabies. To all of them. All right, guys, I am feeling a little bit lightheaded. I'm gonna have to go in there. I've talked too much. I need to go in and get some water, and I need to get back to my mama. So I love all of you. Thank you for listening to me rant and rave. I hope what I am here watching take place today motivates you that I'm gonna cuss. This shit is real. No pun intended. Make better choices. Take care of your guts. Take care of your immune system. It's legitimately necessary. We have to do it, okay? We have to do it. So, all right. Fingers crossed, prayers going up, this goes well, and we will be using her as a guinea pig to rebuild her gut health after she gets this done. So, Mia, I am so glad that you're motivated. Check out my website, Tracy'sFancy.com. I always forget to tell y'all that. Tracy'sFancy.com. Once you go there, there is a section that says Fancy Food Friday. Go to Fancy Food Friday. Everything is listed there. Every single thing that we've talked about, all of my recommendations are listed right there. If you're a furniture painter, there's still time to sign up for my course 3, which is this coming Wednesday night. If you are someone who knows a furniture painter or knows someone who's dealing with chronic illness, share my video here because we want to spread the word for all aspects. My furniture painting keeps me healthy and keeps me going. And that is a whole nother world of people who are supportive of my lifestyle. And I really, really appreciate them too. So I love all you guys, my little nucleus of people who are here. 30 to 40 of you are here every single Friday. And thank you for joining me in my car this Friday. And next Friday, I will also not be home, but I will not miss out. I'm going to be in Houston next Friday, putting up a wall on Thursday and helping with some wedding decor on Friday and Saturday, and doing a wedding shower on Sunday. So I will see you next Friday from there. And you know what? Some of you guys that are in Houston, maybe we could hook up and do like a Friday night get together. A Friday night get together somewhere. I don't know. I'll be helping Sherry, but Connie, if any of you guys, maybe we could do that. I need to reach out to y'all. I would love to do that. Y'all can all have your margaritas and I will just sit there and sip on my wine and eat my banana, but I would love to see some people in person. So anyway, I will talk to y'all later. You'll have a wonderful weekend, okay? And we'll see y'all next Friday. Talk to you soon. Bye.